Alright, I'm starting very innocent today. Okay. Thank you guys for coming back for more Trails in the Sky, second chapter, obviously. I am super hyped to be bringing you more of the second chapter. And yeah. Today we're going to continue in the Oriole. A lot of fucking stuff happened last time, I can already tell you. Like, we basically got into a tussle with Ouroboros and Gransol, which was then interrupted by Richards, of all people. And then we went to the Oriole. Well, the thing is, first off, we went to fend off Erebonian armed troops, and Olivier, who turns out he is like a prince of the Erebonian Empire, which I did not see coming, actually. So yeah, we managed to fend off Erebonia for a while, at least. They're not going to invade us for a while. And now we went to the Oriole, and we got shot down by Löwe. Weirdly enough. So yeah, he shot us down, and now we're stranded on the Oriole, and we are about to find, well, not the Oriole. I would say it's a floating city. It's a floating city. The Oriole is the device on the floating city. So yeah, we're playing Trails in the Sky. And when we left off, Joshua did something together with, who was it? With Kevin. And now we are off to explore the Oriole, and that's where we stopped. We're off to explore the floating city. And that's where we're going to continue today. I hope I can get all of this set up. And yeah. Please load. Let me... Here we go. Please tell me it actually works. There we go. So yeah, we're in the final stretches of this game. I have a feeling Joshua is going to do something insane that's probably not even good. I'd have to argue. And yeah. Well, can I buy... I can buy Tyrol Bomb. Let me just buy Liberal News issue 1. We'll probably need it. So this is the projection room. Now that I've had a chance of actually look around, this place is blowing my goddamn mind. Maybe a bit late, but this is making me remember all those old stories about Septerion's 7 treasures things. Great sources of power bestowed on man by Idios herself, huh? Standing here makes you think it ain't all fairy tale. Wow, it's pretty here. The air's clean and fresh too. I'd love to live here. Oh wait, there's no factory nearby, huh? So I couldn't get any more photo quartz. Aw, that really would be a problem. The landscape around here is so pretty. I'd love to try living here. Maybe if I can convince all the editors and factory people to move here with me. Sorry, could you leave me alone for a bit? I'm still feeling a little shaky thanks to, you know, common sense blowing up under my feet. We will be using the scraps from the crash to repair the ship as best as we can. To that end, I've sent out troops to recover any useful debris they can. It is not the most efficient plan ever, but it is the only one that will work given our circumstances. I hate to ask, but if any of your team has the time, Miss Bright, help would be appreciated. I've sent up Alright. Our first order of business should be restoring internal lights and securing the hallways. Without that, we cannot move personnel through the ship efficiently. We should get as much ready as we can before spinning the real repairs. Forgive me, Miss Bright, but I must ask that you watch over that moron. In truth, he would simply get in the way of repairs if we had him aboard. Or so you claim, but you really wish to be alone with Captain Schwartz, do you not? How could you allow yourself to be distracted by the lure of a woman, even though you have me? Ah, you cheat! You merely wanted me for my body, didn't you? My point is illustrated, I hope, Miss Bright. Yeah, completely. We'll do our best to make sure he doesn't get into too much trouble. Communications equipment checks out, everything's working normally. What makes me curious are these occasional transmissions we keep receiving. They're encrypted, so I can't tell what they're saying, but I'm pretty sure they're Ouroboros transmissions. Looks like they're investigating the city too. Completed a full set of system checks now. It is, as Professor Russell said, the damage is nearly as bad as we thought. The ship answers her helm as well as a can on the ground, and the flight engines are intact. If we put our noses to the grindstone, we should get this finally back in the air on our own. We've had strange readings on our various instruments since our landing. Extremely powerful orbital energy readings, completely outside of common sense. Just what is this place? First order of business ship. Alright. I love all the different renditions of Silver Will, I have to say. Looks like we meet again. Oh, Faye! You stayed with your sail? Yeah, I figured if the professor was coming, I ought to as well. I talked it over with the engineers and we all decided to stay aboard. Kinda glad we decided to at this point, let me tell you. No kidding, that's great. We really need some help in fixing up the sail after all. Yes, thank you. Having professional engineers here will make things much easier. Don't worry about it. We'll do our best to live up to your expectations. Thanks. Alright. There's no one here. This is where Professor Russell is, right? Estelle, everyone, you haven't left yet? Nope, we're still getting ready. They need to clean up the room, Shira. For now, yes. Alas, fire and all that. Unfortunately, I'm hardly able to help with fine engine repairs, so all I can do is stand on the sidelines. Hey, there's an idea, though. I do have a whip. Perhaps I should get out there and be motivational. I think that's a great idea. Please be gentle, at least. Now then, what to do? I do wish there was some way I could help. Oh, hi, Estelle. Like Grandpa said, there doesn't seem to be any big problem with the orbital engine. We still need to look close at the engine before we know for sure, but we'll probably be able to fly sooner than we thought. That's good to hear. It does make things seem a bit less grim, yes. Keep up the good work, Tita. I will. I get to touch your sail's XGO2 engine. Hehe, I can't wait. Haha. Someone's just died and gone to heaven, I think. The main engine's orbments are repaired, but for safety's sakes, it's still on the low output. Once we make sure it won't throw any more fits, we'll fire it up to full output. I'm afraid we'll be running on emergency lights for a bit longer. Try to put up with it and keep working, eh? Understood, we'll do the best we can, Professor. Yeah, gotta do our best. Be off then, and take care. If you find anything interesting, let me know immediately. Data crystals. Oh, the first 4 are under analysis complete. The rest is still under analysis. Okay. Concerning the seal mechanism, my name is Celeste the Auslese. Are we talking D? Will of D? One Piece shit? My name is Celeste the Auslöser. I'm the designer of the seal mechanism and the woman ultimately responsible for the sealing of the aureole. I've decided to leave behind a series of records for the world to come in case the second seal is activated and the aureole, which we sealed in another dimension, should threaten to return. If you who read this message seek to prevent the aureole's return, I pray this information will aid you. However, if you seek to restore the aureole, I beg you, reconsider. The aureole's power is too great for we children of man to wield. When we used it, it connected us to the darkest Gehenna. Ooh. Concerning the seal mechanism, 2 out of 4. The purpose of the seals is to prevent any contact between the aureole and humanity, thus ensuring humanity's survival. I feel the need to clarify. The aureole itself does not wish to control or harm humanity. The disaster that visited us was our fault alone. Do not doubt the mercy of a great goddess in giving this gift to us. It is we who are unequal to such a gift. In truth, the construction and implementation of the seal goes directly against the will of the people, and our democratic ideals. Even among our group, some believe we should try to find a way to use the aureole's power effectively. However, once it obtained autonomy, the aureole began to change our society and our lives drastically. It did not just concern itself with our physical well-being, it considered our mental well-being to be the top priority as well. To provide an example, the aureole facilitated the creation of virtual realities intended to induce euphoria in participants. It even altered brain chemistry to achieve this. It was no different than taking a powerful euphoric stimulant and hallucinogen at the same time. Worse still, there were no side effects, no physical ones at least. Such boons have brought humanity's very continued existence into question. The effects already begin to tell upon our citizenry, and we have precious little time left to us. As a result, we few have overcome our differences to undertake the sealing, also aware of the many difficulties we are likely to face in the process. Ooh, that's interesting. Do we need to get more slots going? Oh, Joshua's are all... Estelle and Joshua's are all upgraded. I kind of want to upgrade Chloe's too. We got all of these, except maybe luck. Action 4 is so good. I'm going to synthesize another Action 4 just for the sake of it. EP Cut 4. I'm going to synthesize another EP Cut 4 too. Let's look at our slots. Olivier. Okay, he has upgraded most of his slots to level 2 at least. That's good. So we could look at our Orbments real quick. In terms of Olivier, can we... Can we get a better weapon? No, we can't. Serum armor. It's also the best armor he can wield, interestingly enough. Strager B1 or Blue Falcons. I'm thinking putting the Strager B1 on Estelle. That puts her defense relatively high. Our defense and speed down. Now I'm going to keep the Regina Garter on her. And put the Strager B1 on Olivier. He's getting the long bell roll free, obviously. And... Faint Sleep. Poison Blind. Prevents poison. Prevents death blows. I'm going to give him Skull Pendant. Let's look at our Orbments real quick. You know what? Going to remove all quartz real quick. And we're going to re-evaluate all of our quartz right now in preparation for the end. Right. Alright. We're starting with Chloe, as usual. Her basic quartz should be the sapphire gem, obviously. Right. Absolutely the sapphire gem on Chloe. And then we'll put an HP 4 gem here. And the yin yang there, right? But that means she's already at 25. For... Let me look at my memos real quick. Achievements. Do we have extra? Just investigate the city, okay. Let's look at our magic. So for La Tire-All, we need 22, and that's 12 wind, right? Is it 12 winds? I think it's 12 wind. So if we put a wind one there, for example, Petrified 2, that's not wind. I could put an emerald gem there, but I don't think that's worth it. If we put an evade 4 gem here, and I'm going to put an EP cuts there. And she's going to get an action 4. And then we add an impede free. And suddenly we're fully decked out on Chloe. We have La Tire-All. She has the strongest... She doesn't have really good attack arts. Except Shadow Spear. Shadow Spear is always good. White Gehenna, obviously also good. But yeah, she also has like Aerial for air arts, but it's okay. But the most important thing is the water arts. La Tire-All. Does she also... Can we get her an EP 4 too? Move free. Heaven's Eye, Eagle Eye. Yeah, I think this is good on Chloe. I want to have the action 4 on her. Just a 40% in speed buff is really good. Alright. Joshua. We'll definitely put a action 4 on you. Can I... Oh, you have a shop too. Oh, this is better on Estelle too. Wait, has he better weapons for us? This one's better for Estelle. This one's better for Joshua. This is definitely better for Olivier. And this is better for Chloe. Oh no, she has that already. Okay. Trigger G. Reflector 2. Composites 2. Black Bangle prevents sleep. Don't actually need that. Okay. Do we have a... Cloak is cool. One thing I want to know is... Something stronger than Cast 2? No. Okay. I want to put a strike on him. Equip, Joshua. Strider. Valkyrie Rod on Estelle. 8 Divination Scarab. Prevents petrification, death blows. I actually want that on Estelle. I'm going to put a gladiator belt on Estelle. And the zero field generator from Joshua we can turn off. Glove gear. Let's put Poison Freeze on him. I'm going to put the 8 Divination Scarab on Chloe. Oh, it now says Claudia von Auslese. That's actually cool. Instead of Chloe. That's actually cool. And I think she has an updated sprite, right? An updated thing. Put a buzzer on her and something that prevents death blows. Alright. Reflector 2 for him. Alright. Back to Orbments. So now that we're here for Joshua, I definitely want to cast 2 to make casting for him better. I definitely want all of the time magic on him. White Gehenna, magic 5. Orbital down. Abyss Fall needs 18 space. 6 Mirage. So how much do we have on this path yet? 11. So we need a little bit more time quartz here. Okay. Well, that should do it. But we also need Mirage. Moment. This is 8 Mirage. Can I then remove the blind one? EP4. I need 18. Alright. Is it fire? It is wind, right? What does he need? An EP cut 4 always helps. And then we just need A's. Silver. Isn't that the best Mirage one? It is. Area all. Piercing cry that calls foes to the underworlds. I don't know if it's wind or fire or what that we need here. So if I put Evade 4 in here. This does give us Abyss Fall. This does give us Abyss Fall, which I do like to have. Okay, but then we have 2 more, but I'm going to deck those out once we have the others set up. Olivier. Hit 4 on this. He has a pretty powerful one too. Confuse 2. Because it's all connected. EP cut 4. We're looking at 20, 12, and 4. 20, 12, and 4. Just move 3 and we'll get us to Silverthorn. On Olivier. That's pretty good, I have to say. He could play a secondary healer if we let him. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give him HP 4. The yin yang. And maybe the evade free? So yeah, he does have Latira now, and Silverthorn. But Latira could help us out in a pinch, I have to say. Okay, that's Olivier and Chloe's setup. Estelle, my dearest Estelle. What do we do with you? We could pump Estelle full of everything. We could literally have her... The middle one is best if it is one that benefits both. It's either EP cuts or action 4. I'm thinking EP cuts because it has a space and time element on it and mirage element that could benefit both branches. So we're going to put EP cut in the middle. Right? Except maybe if we have a better one, but... I don't see a better one. I wanted to put Strike on Joshua too. Yeah, okay. Let's put Strike 2 in this path on Joshua. Because that gives him a chance to crit for 20%. There's not much I can do for this other path. Maybe I can get him to wield the Emerald Gem for better things. We get Plasma Wave out of it. Don't know if this is a good deal for Joshua. Alright. So Estelle, left path will be the Ruby Gem, and the right path will be the Topaz Gem. That gives Estelle already tons of value. I'm going to give her Ingenuity. On the left path. The left path has now 17 fire. How are we doing on that? Fire does actually not need that much. It's actually not that difficult to get fire up. Same probably with Earth. 16 for Gaia shields. 16 and 15 space for Gaia shields. 16 Earth. I have to put action 4 in there to get clock up EX for the fire path. But if I can get space and earth involved here. $16 would be enough. Septium Vein would put me there. Isn't there one? Yeah, that gives me a Mirage and Earth. Yeah, okay. If I put mute 2. $15 space and 16 earth is quite a bit. Even with a Topaz gem and EP cuts, I don't think we're going to get there. Really. Especially since I don't have a space one. Although I have the perfect one from Joshua that I could use here. Confuse. Fuck it. If I take this one. There we go. This gives us Gaia Shield. It gives us Titanic Roar and Geocatastrophe. Shadow Spear also. Shadow Spear has been really good. But yeah. So that's the thing I'm going to go for right now. Yo, Estelle, everyone. I just finished cleaning up sickbay here. The cabinets kinda spilled everything out when we made that crash landing. Anyway, you start feeling like dirt, just come on down here. Looks like there's no trouble with this fin. It endured the shock of landing well. That's good since it means that we don't have to spend time repairing it. Okay, next I'm checking the outrigger. Oh, the outriggers? Those are the pods you see on the sides of the hull. They have various supplementary flight engines and whatnot in them. Apparently they're going to build a workers-only passage outside. I'm looking around to see if there are any appropriate materials for its construction. Maybe I could break down a container for metal plates. Let's save. Let's look around. Let's all look around. This is pretty cool. We're going to be moving that now by ourselves. The captain shows a lot of faith in us, I guess. We're going to put a bridge to the deck here. First, though, we need to clear away this scrap. If any of you have a moment to help out, we should surely use more hands. Doing this on my own is going to be a bit difficult, even with my training. Friggin' kind of big for a piece of scrap. Asking us to move it with our bare hands. Even slave drivers have limits. Now that I look at it, this thing is really big. We're gonna have to put some elbow grease into moving it all. Alright. Where are we going? Park Block Calmare. Whatever that means. It's beautiful. I have searched for beauty and now I find it. I'm not even sure how to put this. It's sort of hard to believe we're in the sky, you know? The ancient Sumerian culture was more than just technology. It seems they had a great understanding of how to use their technology too. Where are we going? What's Kalmara's station? Oh, amazing! Oh, what an overwhelming view! The city's this big? Hey, we're sure no one still lives here, right? I don't think so. I have to imagine everyone left before the city was sent to that other dimension. In fact, I imagine the ancestors of modern Liberalians came from this place. Wait, so like my great-great-whatevers lived here and we never knew? That actually makes some sense. There have always been so few traces of old Simurian, not just in Liberal, but anywhere. If the city just disappeared... Ah, of course! Those who live in the sky would not leave traces upon the ground, and then their home in the clouds is removed from this mortal coil. This place seems to get crazier with every step we take. Anyway, the view here is really pretty, but what is this place, you think? It feels different from the rest of the area. Given the nature of this area so far, maybe a scenic view, but it does feel a little bit more important. That screen over there looks like something you're meant to interact with. Let's take a look at it. Halo Rail West Kalmar Station. The whole rail system is currently operating at limited capacity. We apologize for the inconvenience. Please select the service from this terminal. Gospel-based citizens ID are not required for service at this time. What's a Halo Rail system? Some kind of rail-based transit system, I guess. And given that there's transit authority involved, I would guess this floating island is called the Liber Arc. Oh yeah, the Liber Arc. Hang on, Liber? No way. Wait, I think we just discovered the origin of the name Libel. Holy Stregas. Personally, I find the gospel reference more interesting. From the way this is written, they must have been ubiquitous. Everyone would have had one. Sounds like the surface identification and a portable personal link to the Aureole. This is too much to take in at once. Anyway, it looks like we don't need a gospel to do stuff here. Let's see what we can do. Right, I think we can get it to list available services if I push this. Kalmar district information. Well, this is the ultimate in rest and relaxation for the citizens of the Ark. The Kalmar district is Liber Ark's premier park and recreation district, located in the west of the city. Each section of the park designed around the theme of harmony between progress and nature is a hexagon exactly 300 arch across. Kalmar as a whole is made up of dozens and dozens of these hexagons. The Kalmar district has 4 Halo rail stations, north, south, east and west. Each station's tour path routes through different sections of Kalmar, allowing one to enjoy vistas of all the seasons and wildlife Kalmar has to offer. Halo rail service is currently limited. Would you like to activate emergency operation mode for West Kalmar station? Hey, what? There's something coming. What in the world? This must be a car for the Halo rail. You have to wonder how it works without, well... It's very similar to the light rail systems used throughout Erebonia, as I thought. To make rails out of actual light. The ancients knew the value of spectacle and humor. It all feels a little over my head, but if it'll get us where we need to go without dropping us into the clouds, I'm all for it. Come on, let's hop on and try it. I was not done with the terminal yet, guys. Online shop. Ooh. We can upgrade our slots too. Gate lock release. In the event of service disruption of the Halo rail, a gate may be unlocked at each station, leading to substratum access passengers. In accordance with emergency protocols, the station's gate can be unlocked. Would you like to do so at the time? Locks on gate in station vicinity have been removed. Tunnel is now usable. Currently, no other stations are operating in emergency operations mode. We're sorry, but the Halo rail service is currently not available. Real informative. Thanks, creepy disembodied voice. Sounds like the other stations need to be in this emergency operations mode if we intend to get around. For now, I'm afraid the Halo rail isn't much of use to us. Nuts. Santira was getting hopeful for once. Well, let's see if we can find another way around. This is crazy. Is this where we crash landed? Yes, it is where we crash landed. Where does this lead? Liber Arc Tunnels 1. What? Ancient subterranean monster absorbs the spray HP called for allies when injured. love this battle theme. Just saying.
That's that. Let's move out.
Oh my god, Olivier. Chloe learned Sanctus Nova. What is Sanctus Nova? Prayers to idols become ribbons of light to defeat foes. I don't know if I should have this. Steers glowing life form strikes with its hot shell and can inhibit actions. So it wants us to use Shadow Spear on it, huh? Okay, Olivier's catching up. Oh, nice. I mean, they don't do that much damage.
We're good to go.
Happy Trigger 2. Dominion. The space for rents. What? I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of dungeon crawling ahead of us. This is asleep. Door is tightly locked. Shadow Spear. I should probably just use my S-Crafts. We can always get them back relatively quickly. So we should probably just use them. Okay, Estelle. Silver Gem. Is this your way of asking me out on a date? With the Silver Gem. Oh my god, this is broken. This gets us to Silverthorn, like, almost completely. Is this your way of asking me out on a date? Okay, I got it. Chest guy. You're desperate. Okay. This is different. Ooh. Got a little bit of Sepith. Yeah, okay. Eh. Reviving bomb. Don't flip your lid. Flip mine. Alright. This is going to be a whole stream of dungeon crawling. I can already promise you that. You know. This is going to be a whole stream of just dungeon crawling. EP charge 2. Sorry, but I'm cutting you off. Hero bomb. You nearly tear the top of the chest off its hinges in your excitement to open it. Your face falls as you realize there's nothing inside. Okay, now we're at the top floor of this. Okay. Onyx gem. As you reach into the chest, the lid suddenly snaps down. It's eating your life. Kidding. Oh, you should have seen the look on your face. God damn it. God damn it, chest guy. I do, by the way, intend to play... Shadow Spear. Chloe.
Well, that takes care of that.
I do intend to play the remake. You can save the world, but you can't remember whether you've looted a chest once or not. Curia bomb. It's empty, but if you put your head in there, you can hear the ocean. What the fuck is this? An ancient amphibious monster uses various and powerful arts without hesitation. I can do that too, you know. I accidentally did use Chloe's. Well, let's look at it.
Shine down thy radiance, and smite those who oppose us. Divine light, grant me the strength to punish the wicked.
Holy fuck, Chloe. And Geocatastrophe. Oh my god, they can heal themselves too. How much does Shadow Spear do? Shadow Spear. Blue Impact. Shadow Spear. Alright. Stone Impact. Blue Impact. Shadow Spear. Joshua and Evil Eye EX. Alright. Whew, finally, this residential block cradle. Oh, what a lovely city. I would guess this is where ancients actually dwelled. Yes, it does seem like more of a residential area than a crash site is. Yeah, it's kind of nice and homey here, I guess. But you know, this just bothers me even more. Why did the residents abandon such a nice city? Seems like a good place to find an answer to that question. We need to find a new route anyway, so shall we investigate? Yeah, okay. Absolutely, we will investigate. I mean, with the monsters here... Oh my god. More Sepith. That is racist. Wow, you're the first human to ever take something from me. I'm so excited. Cradle Residential Terminal. Checking ID, no match. Unable to confirm ID to terminal owner. Your viewable entries are limited. Check new recipe. Resurrect Jelly. Yeah, sure. Printing data complete. Whoa, it wrote it into the recipe book. I wonder what the principle behind that is. You got me, but that's some crazy technology. Read crystal. Unable to find data. Please check your crystal and try again. That's a huge TV. It doesn't look very comfy, does it? That's always something that I found weirdly fascinating, is that futuristic buildings never look very comfy. They look very clean and immaculate, you know? A droid which roams ancient ruins attacks intruders without mercy. A little bit more susceptible to wind, I guess. Shadow Spear. Interesting. An ancient cat-like monster, docile unless hungry. What the fuck?
That's that then. Let's move out.
Smelling salts. No, give it back. That was my spleen. An evil marsupial monster confidently wields sharp poisonous claws. Funny thing is, we can all use Shadow Spear. One thing that I immediately noticed too is that crafts seem to have fallen off completely again. Arts are just the way to go most of the time. You know? Get a silk back from a graveyard. Duck too long. What? Tier all bomb. Empty, but that should come as no surprise. Bulletin board. Improvements to distribution service and gospel update. Here at Liber Arc, in order to ensure citizens lead a pleasant, fulfilled life, we have established a distribution service offering music and images with a theme of healing, which has proven popular with the citizenry, but also with persons experiencing concerns regarding mental and emotional ailments. However, while this service offers a significant selection, it remains somewhat uniform and one-sided. As such, we have been receiving a great deal of feedback from the citizenry, asking for it to respond to a wide variety of personal tastes. In order to accommodate these opinions, our city wishes to proceed with enhancing our services variety to provide all citizens with satisfying experience. To that end, we will need to offer an upgrade to all citizens' personal gospels. We ask that you inquire at your local city government office and undergo upgrade procedures there. Furthermore, as this upgrade applies to all citizens, after a period of time, non-upgraded gospels will become unusable. We understand this might be somewhat problematic, but we sincerely ask for your cooperation. Liber Arc System Administration. Interesting. Joshua, look! I see. What the heck is... Shh. Don't get any closer, you. I won't let you hurt the bobcat anymore. God damn it. No, Kyle, Don, Joshua. Looks like someone's in over their head. Airhead girl, and I can always poke a nice big air hole in your head with my stuff, you grimy tomboy. Talk later. We have a fight on our hands first. Yeah. Oh, brother. Let's try something. Powerful defense droid built by the Society obstructs its target's actions. Alright. Because the enemy can just do that, and we can't. Obviously. Don't let Josette die. Water Sphere. Let's heal Estelle. Do we get a crit turn soon? Probably not, right? $600 only. Gaia's shield seems to be absolutely broken. And you can cast Shadow Spear super quick too, you know.
That's that. Let's move out.
Oliver learned Requiem Hearts, sure. Whew, okay, that's that. Nearly bent my staff on that big one. That was one of the Society's heavyweight archaism weapons, the Leor Gun EZ. It's meant to be used for location defense though, not assault. We can wonder about that later. I'm glad you're safe, Josette. But what are the Capuas doing here? Yeah, after you left, we hid out near the border. But then this weird thing appeared in the sky, and we tried checking it out of the but when... God damn it. And when we tried checking it out, the Bobcat's power cut out. And so you guys cratered. Though hang on. Shouldn't your brothers be here? You guys are usually all together. Did they head out to Scar or something? My bro... Whoa, hey, what's wrong? Josette, please calm down. We're here, don't worry. Take your time and tell us what happened. Oh my. Well then. What? Hey. Those creeps took my family. Kyle and Don baited them so I could get away. Joshua, what do I do? Sorry, I lost it. I guess you guys didn't expect that, huh? I think I'm a little calmer now. Eyes on you, Capua. Eyes on. So, Josette, can you tell us what exactly happened? I think so, yeah. So we managed to crash about as gracefully as we could, right? And hey, our Orbments work now, so we got to work fixing the Bobcat. The engine wasn't really damaged, but the rest of the ship was a mess. We were nosing around looking for materials to use for repairs. So we shared in the same fate. It was 3 days ago now. Got the materials we needed and were just about to start the real repair work when this octopus-like machine appeared. After I shot it, a red airship showed up. Jaegers came flooding out of it as soon as it landed. Oh, of course, you shot down a Vogel. They used those for scouting and patrols. It alerted the enemy to your location the instant it was destroyed. I knew it. What do I do? It's all my fault Kyle and Don were taken. Josette. For the... Knock it off with the mopey face. If they got caught, let's go rescue them. What? Even if they are criminals themselves, if they're being held illegally, then they deserve bracer protection. Besides, we have some biscuits to grind with society anyway. We'll save your brothers while we're at it. Estelle... Hold on a sec. What makes you think we want to be saved by the likes of bracers? The likes of bracers, huh? So you can save them all by yourself? Besides, you helped us when we were escaping the Glorious. It's way past time we returned the favor. Josette, Estelle's right. If you run in on your own, you'll just be caught, and you won't help anyone just staying here. You know that, right? Why don't you head to the Assail for the moment? I suspect Kyle and the others are being kept on the Glorious. There's a good chance it's docked to the island somewhere. If we continue to investigate, I suspect we'll find it. We'll tell you when we locate it, I promise. Alright, if you say so, Joshua. I'm not going to just sit around and twiddle my thumbs, though. I'm gonna help too. You want me to tag along? You just say so. I'll even help fix your ship. Yeah, okay. You can try to impress all you want, but it's still too late, Mr. Tomboy. Psh, at least I am impressive. In more ways than one compared to you. What was that? Come on now, really? I don't know what it is with you two, but can't you try to get along? Joshua? Did he just say that? He just said that. You've stepped on a landmine, my friend. You other dunce. Hey, Capua. Truce for the moment, okay? Agreed. We have bigger fish to fry than each other right now. Wait. I'm glad you two are calling a truce, but what is bigger fish are you talking about? Did I... Oh no, it's nothing. Now why would you think a thing like that, Okay, why do your smiles fill me with such terror?
Right.
I'm absolutely not taking Josette. Why would I? Right, then let's get back to it. Before she left, Josette said she hadn't found other ways out. Yes, the bridges to the neighboring sectors seem to have collapsed some time ago. It may be worth our time to search this district again. We may be able to find a clue of some sort. Roger that. Can't get in there. And the bobcat's not working, I guess. But we can go into it. That's actually pretty cool that we can get into the bobcat. Oh. There's an orbital heal machine in there. What the fuck is this? Welcome to Cradle Municipal Office. The office is currently outside normal service hours. Persons with business are asked to select direct service from the automated service window on the back. Gold gem. You obtain nothing, absolutely nothing. This tablet. Let's take all the typos we accidentally left in this game at launch and shove them all in here, pretend they never happened. Cradle 35, Municipal Office. Access to services limited to citizens only. Due to communication interruptions with the access pillar, services may be temporarily restricted. Database access. Halo Rail. About Halo Rail. The Halo Rail is a groundbreaking transit method unique to LibreArc. Utilizing a powerful spatial manipulation technology, the system projects force field rails as needed, removing all need for physical rails. Perhaps the greatest advantage of the system is total lack of restriction on rail placement. It is possible to flexibly connect every one of the city's countless stations directly. The holorail helps carry all citizens to a pleasant, fulfilling city life. Should you have business in other sectors, be sure to make use of it. All Halo Rail station terminals are capable of printing rail passes and offer a host of other services. Of these, the online shop is noteworthy for providing various useful daily items as well as offering many sorts of tickets and passes. Furthermore, in the case that Halo Rail main service is inoperative for some reason, users may engage the station in emergency operations mode as well as open emergency substratum passages at all terminals. Emergency operations mode is, as the name implies, the emergency last-ditch operation mode for the Halo Rail service. Should an emergency arise in which power from the access pillar is cut to the Halo Rail, This mode switches the rail to local backup, allowing for semi-normal operation on a temporary basis. As this mode is operated on a station-by-station basis, should multiple stations suffer power cuts, emergency operations mode must be enabled at each station or they will not be able to connect. Request Gospel reprint. Due to current communications errors with the Access Pillar Central Registrar, all reissued Gospels will be temporary. Please enter the name of the applicant for comparison to the local database. Estelle. Name match error. Biopattern not found in database. What happened? It must be matching the name and biological signature of the applicant with the database of citizens. Unless we somehow both, there's little we can do here. Oh, great. So short of pulling a citizen out of the past, we're not going to get anywhere with this. One way or another, this all seems pretty advanced and probably a little over our heads. Might be a good idea to go back and talk to Professor Russell about this. Celeste. It doesn't let me. I could Chloe. I could have Chloe do it. Celeste. But biopattern, match found in database. Name match error. Please enter the correct name. What the heck? Must be matching the name and biological signature of the applicant with a database of citizens. But wait, if there's a biological match... Yes, it seems to think I'm one of my ancestors. If only we knew their name. The name of Chloe's ancestors? Wait, bell ringing? One way or another, this all seems pretty advanced and probably a little over our heads. Chloe, Celeste, They probably made it so you can't activate it immediately. But that sucks. Because I know the answer to this. Would have been so much better instead of having Professor Russell. Instead of having Professor Russell tell me this, it would have been so much cooler if I got this. Just because, you know. Just because I'm good like that. Okay, this door is firmly locked. And there's another way to the rail station. Were we in here before? Probably not. Report on heightened security. In recent years there has been a notable increase in crime in less populated areas of the city, such as the Factoria blocks. As a result of this, heightened security measures were introduced, and while some citizens may have experienced some inconvenience as a result, those measures were designed to have the least impact possible on individual freedoms. However, despite these measures, the crime rate continues to increase. The Council therefore asked that citizens cooperate with a number of restrictions. The following will apply to all citizens. Terminal use will require personal gospel ID checks. Periodic inspections will be performed in all blocks. Civilian access to the access pillar is restricted. This heightened security may result in some inconvenience for citizens, but these measures are designed to ensure the safety of all residents of our fair city. We hope you understand and will offer you complete cooperation. Liber Arc Security Division. Liber Arc. Alright.
That's that. Let's move out.
I'm hoping I have everything, but this layout is very confusing. So yeah, this is another rail station. Here it comes. So we should finally be able to use these things, right? I think so. Let's get on and try. We should be, but also we should be able to gate lock release. Wait, what? Looks like we won't be, it won't be nearly so easy this time. An authentic gospel. I wonder if we can get one somehow. Alright, we need to head back to Professor Russell for this. It's called Mars Station. Whoa, that didn't take very long. For as fast as it went, there was barely any vibration or unsteadiness either. To be honest, this technology is a bit mind-blowing. No kidding, still. As nice as it is to go fast, the view was amazing too. I kinda wish it went a bit slower so you could enjoy it. It is unfortunately. And of course this also solves the travel problems we had. It would behoove us to locate the local rail station as soon as we enter a new area, I believe. God damn it, Olivier. Let's head back to Professor Russell. Alright. Let's do this. Do we get to see them like... Oh. I'll help out around here until you find my brothers. Thanks to the Bobcat, I've got a lot of experience working on ships. I'll be a lot more helpful than a certain someone would be. Hey Shira. Shira, are you helping with repairs? Professor Russell asked me to inspect the light fixtures. We're switching back to normal lighting soon, so... Oh, so we'll be able to see again? That's great. Sounds like repairs are going well. Everyone's working hard, that's for certain. I need to keep the pace up myself to make sure I can keep acting cool and older sisterly in front of you. You're doing fine, Shira. We'll proceed with our investigations with haste. Wasn't expecting to see the Kapuas way up here. I would love to snag a photo of that ship of theirs, but my finely honed reporter instincts are telling me not to be an idiot if one or too far. Well, guess I'll wait and see if an opportunity comes up. The sky's so close looking at it from here, I kind of feel like it's going to suck me up and carry me away. Please don't fall off the edge, Dorothy. I don't think my heart can take any more random tragedy, you know. So yeah, this is the first time we're supposed to come back, right? Whew, managed to get an early break. Well, I'll be manning the deck shift in a little while, but still. I made sure to stock up heavily before we left port. I've got more stuff for sale than most stores. You need something? Just ask and I'll see if I can find it. Data crystals. We have 4 more crystals to read. Let's do it. Lakeside Underground Facility, 1 out of 4. In order to make the seal mechanism into a reality, we needed both enormous amounts of energy and massive facilities. We, to source the energy, first thought of using the Aureole itself. The Aureole responds to people's wishes and gives its boon. In other words, by wishing, we thought that perhaps we could pull the needed amount of energy from the Aureole. However, that did not come to pass. Shortly after the Aureole gained autonomy, it turned to simply one-sidedly bestowing its gifts regardless of the wishes of people. That does not sound good. We could not use the power of the Aureole. Casting our eyes beyond the city, we began to consider using the energy sleeping in the septium veins that rest deep beneath the earth and eventually resolved to build atop those. However, we were already under the watch of the Aureole. It seems the Aureole had come to the conclusion that its first priority was the continuation of the city and therefore the elimination of all potential obstacles to that. So, to deceive the Aureole, we proceeded with construction of these buildings under the guise of monitoring the septium veins. The facility was built roughly 500 arch beneath the earth on the eastern side of Valeria Lake. According to our investigations, this was the location where the septium veins gathered most efficiently. The land beneath the city was sprawling primal forests. As it was untouched by human activity, building on top of it proved remarkably easy. We, while avoiding the attention of the Aureole, collected all the technology we had and hurried to complete the underground facility. While the construction of the underground facility was underway, we built additional structures on the fringes of the surface. The Annenberg, whose inner wall points ever towards the Aureole, and the 4 device towers that surround the Aureole. Each system of structures possesses a critical role in the plan and were as vital to the seal mechanism as the underground facility. Oh. Let me take a quick break and I'll be back soon. Alright, guys. We're continuing where we left off. Let's talk to Professor Russell. Hello, everyone. How goes it? Did you find anything interesting? I'm not so sure about interesting. We found something pretty weird, though. Oh? What did you find? Well, Estelle explained about finding a gospel issuing terminal and that it was asking for a citizen's name. I see, I see. So you need a citizen's name on the record to be issued a gospel. Yeah, that's about the size of it. Long shot, but you wouldn't happen to know the names of a bunch of folks from ancient civilization, would you? Of course not. Contrary to popular belief, I'm not that old. However, those data crystals have records on them, among other things. If you check the data Capel has decrypted, you may be able to fish out a name. That's true, the data on these crystals were presumably riddled by citizens of this place. Data crystals, huh? Well, not like we have any other clues. Let's go take a look. Do I have to look at it again? We'll be turning the lights back on soon. Right now we're inspecting power transmissions. Once that's done, we need to be able to see again. I can't wait. Everyone, I heard you secured the bandit girl. Frankly, normally I wouldn't deign to cooperate with a base criminal. Given the circumstances, however, I have no choice. I've granted a special dispensation to be aboard the ship. We cannot simply throw her back in the snake pit after all. Alright. Everyone's outside. So we're going to be building a path here. Once we've got the scrap removed, we'll be asking Faye for help. The bit on the hull here was called an outrigger. It has supplementary flight engine and a few other systems in it. Under normal circumstances, it's one on each side of the ship to ensure stability. Unfortunately, a landing sheared off our left outrigger clean off. We're doing everything we can to prepare to fly with just one outrigger. Repairing the outrigger is going to be a real job. We need to put our heads together and figure something out. We're going to be moving this large piece of scrap. I have to say I was rather hoping you'd be here to help it for once. God damn it. I'm never one shy from the strain and sweat of labor, but alas, my talents are required elsewhere. I shall have to learn of work's sweetest fruit some other time. Funny you should praise the value of hard work only after you've wormed your way out of it yourself. Miss Pride, if you change your mind, remember that you can take him out of your party at any time. I'll take responsibility for him and keep a close eye on him instead. Putting aside the freaking propeller for a sec, a whole bunch of parts around here look like they've been paying collect. Some of them look important though. Maybe I should talk to Gramps about what to do with them. We're going to make a passage here so we can move more easily to reach the back of the ship to repair it. I think it's a good idea since having a way to get all parts of the ship easily will help repairs. Better put my back into it and get to work. Alright. So let's go back to that gospel thing. Maybe now it lets me collect. Something's bothering me. Alright. Thing is, it's going to be slow as fuck. Because this part has been relatively slow so far. So you kind of have to take Chloe with you at that point, I guess. Right. Let's get in there. Request Gospel reprint. Chloe. Celeste. What the heck? It must be matching the name and better. Wait, if there's a biological match. I can't select the D. I need to check if this is a bug. Trails in the sky, ST, bug. Alright. Chloe. Celeste. Okay, the mouse works. The controller has issues, apparently. Celeste die Auslese. Name, match found, biopattern, 73% match of records. Applicant temporarily recognized as Celeste die Auslese. Reprinting Gospel. Oh. Whoa. Looks like spatial translocation. Received the original gospel. It's a real gospel, just as they used in ancient past. Yeah, the society replicas are amazingly accurate. So we were right. The Celeste Auslese mentioned in the towers was your ancestor, Chloe. They must be. They must have been the one who took charge in leading people from the city. I'm a little surprised the computer thinks we're so biologically similar, though. As far as I'm concerned, it's another one of those divine providence. Anyway, I bet we can open that underground gate if we use this at the station terminal. Let's get going. Yes, absolutely. That's interesting. If it wasn't bugged, it would have been pretty cool, I have to say. I don't know. Warning, by order of access pillar unlocking the gate, please represent your gospel for it now. We should be able to unlock the gate if we show the terminal the gospel we got. Items. Original gospel. Alright. That seems to work. Locks on gate in station vicinity have been removed. Tunnel is now usable. Alright. Okay. What I want to try is, though... Like, obviously we cannot talk to these, right? What if I show my gospel to use these? Nothing happened. Okay. Hi, J2O. I've been thoroughly confused by this place. Believe it or not. And we ran into an interesting bug with our controller. Where we couldn't select the name properly for the gospel unless I use a mouse. So I had to do that. We're slowly making headway in this place. Slowly but surely. We're a little bit slower than I anticipated, though. Is this other one a dead end? God, that's a huge enemy. They put the main theme in literally everywhere here. Oh my god, this place is confusing. Alright. Okay, let's see what we can do. Let's go for Titanic Roar. And Joshua will go for Abyss Fall. You know what? Let's use Chloe's S-Craft. Alright. Shadow Spear that guy in the back, please. Joshua. There we go. Ooh, now we can beat him up. Without a problem. We seem to be doing fine in terms of combat. There's really nothing that I would say was too hard on us. Hermes gear. Hey, I know you had high hopes for this chest, but it's empty. Don't worry about it though. Maybe the next one will have something great. Okay, it's for men only apparently. Ancient defensive footwear makes wearer light as a feather. Oh. It raises dexterity and agility by a lot. I'll take it on Joshua. This place has long winding hallways that lead into a treasure chest, which I do not appreciate at all. But yeah, we're exploring the city to a certain degree, and I'm enjoying a lot of the lore being dropped here, especially in the data crystals and stuff. That shit is fire, you know. I did absolutely not see these. You know what? I have to say, I need to use my S-crafts a lot more. Because just having them sit there without a care in the world doesn't really do it. Especially since we're building up S-craft so quickly. And every time we meet a boss, we can instantly upgrade our get our S-crafts back up. Doesn't make a lot of sense to not use them. Chest sure is empty, yep. I'm sorry, did you misunderstand something? Only one item per person, now go away. I'm so glad you checked this chest. I'm you from the future and I came back in time and worked on this game so I could warn you about... nothing, apparently. But yeah, I've been appreciating a lot of the lore here, especially on the ancient civilizations. Which has been great. It's crazy to me to think that they built all of this, you know? And that they literally had to defy the Oriole, right? You know what?
I call this Requiem for a
What?
Enjoy the show.
Okay, I need to check out Olivier's second S-craft again without the speed up. Next. Like, what the fuck was that, Olivier? Wind gem. Just as empty, but the woodwork is impressive. What does the wind gem do? What the fuck? Wind elemental value. It's basically evade 5. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Also, the music is fantastic in here. How would you like it if some random chest kept opening you? God damn it. Lion King's sword. You open the chest to see a man's face just smiling at you. Unsettle, you back away and close the lid. Let's not open that one again. But yeah, it's super interesting so far. Hey you, yeah you, stop reading all this chest messages and get on with playing the game. That was directed at me completely. Leather shoes sold with cream septium for gay-like speed. I'll take it. That was a personal attack on me. Specifically. Another monster? Another monster. What do these do? An enormous aerial monster fires blinding lightning strikes and call its allies. I hate that mechanic so much. They have around 8k and are weak to earth. Weak to earth, you say? I have a geocatastrophe with your name on it. And I mean, Abyss Fall cannot hurt, too. Right. One thing that I noticed pretty much is that crafts have become so useless in this game. It actually hurts quite a bit that they have become so useless, I have to say. Like, our main damage dealers here are going to be arts. You know? It actually hurts me quite a bit that it is like that. Since they don't move, we can just keep dropping stuff on them. I mean, I can just drop an aerial. Not a stone impact. Fuck it. Shadow Spear. Estelle learned Wheel of Time. What the fuck, Estelle? S-Craft single. Ultimate smash technique using centrifugal energy. What? It is a great area, I have to say. I like it a lot so far. There's a whole ton of... Design-wise, it is absolutely phenomenal, I have to say. It reminds me a lot of Xenogears. I have to say. A little bit. It reminds me a little bit of Xenogears. A little bit of Solaris, you know? But yeah, it's phenomenal. I don't know what else to say. It's pretty dope. I like the lore. I like how the people are. I like how we get a lot more details about the Oriole and how the people lived here, and it's incredible. Oh wow, it's some kind of large plaza. Industrial Block Victoria. And the buildings, such overwhelming size. The roads are so broad and open too. I wonder what this place was. I think this may be an industrial area. Would make sense if this water is for industrial use. Oh, yeah, I see. That makes sense. Anyway, let's have a look around. I don't know, Estelle. Does it make sense for you? Not sure Estelle comprehends everything that we're doing right now. She's not dumb, but... You know, these don't look so much different from what we have on the surface. Omega Craft. On the bottom of the chest you find only crumbs. Briefly wondering how a chest like this would keep food fresh for you walk away. The enemies on the surface are not really good. I really don't enjoy them that much. The gate is firmly locked. It's a pretty cool area, I have to say. Just seeing all of this ancient technology and stuff. And you know, also getting the reasoning behind locking everything away makes it so much more interesting. You know? Like actually seeing why they had to lock it away. This is probably an enemy. Mirage Gem. And despite your repeated searches, this chest doesn't contain any invisible items. In fact, it doesn't contain anything visible or otherwise. And the whole thing about using Chloe's ancestor's name to get a new gospel was actually pretty cool. I just wish I didn't encounter this bug, because I would have figured it out immediately without having to go back to Professor Russell. But because I did encounter the bug that I couldn't select the name properly, I thought I needed to go back to Professor Russell to talk to him and spell it out for me, sadly. It didn't help, and then I looked it up and noticed it was a bug, so... Yeah. So here's another underground tunnel. Alright. Over here. More area. We should probably unlock this first. The system up here. I highly doubt we're going to finish this on the 1st of January, so there's probably still a whole lot of game left. Let's see, we can use free stations now, right? Yes, this makes things much easier. A password? I get the feeling this lockdown is recent. Looks like the society has mastered quite a few of the city's controls already. Yep. I don't know about any password. But yeah, from what I'm gathering, the aureole is like a thing that was granted by Eidos, right? And it grants wishes of people. And at one point it became completely autonomous. So it worked on its own and was just granting people's wishes, everyone's wishes, which became a danger in and of itself, so they had to shut it down, right? Without it knowing. Oh my god. Well, we're back here again. Man, never thought we'd end up in a place like this. What do you figure they'll make us do now? No clue. With the professor and the enforcers all heading out together, though, doubt there's much left for us. Probably just capturing intruders like those bandits, you think? Yeah, that Liberian ship crashed down here too, didn't it? Don't we need to deal with them? We got orders on that. Professor says to ignore him until he and the others get back. Not that they can do much to us until their ship's fixed. So this is where the Glorious docked. Just as Zeke said, it was on the eastern side of the city. Still, it's enormous. This may perhaps be our chance. Yes, if all major society members are absent, this is the best shot we have at saving the Kapuas. We should break in. Wait a sec. I'm all for going in, but shouldn't we tell Josette? We are going to rescue her brothers. Still... don't misunderstand, okay? It's just, you know, a responsible bracer thing to do, yeah. That's very Estelle. Then let us away to her bird on the mend. Yeah. Let's head back to the Halo race station then. Good point. Do we really need to go back and grab her? Oh, fuck. Game, please. Could have let me have this one. Alright, alright. I'm going to grab Josette. Olivier will take a break and we'll grab Josette. Why not? You know what? Chloe can take care of this. Oh. New S-Craft of Estelle. Alright, Estelle. Holy fuck. You know, it feels like crafts are still, like, very useless. Like, even though they're all upgraded, I feel like they have been more useful in the previous games. In the previous game. Because in the previous game, at least you can use crafts to cancel arts of enemies. This time you can't do that. Everything's just resistant to everything. You know? Or am I getting something wrong about the craft system? But it feels like it's so useless most of the time. But bosses are like resistant to all status effects. You can't delay their turn, you can't do anything that crafts usually do, you know? And in the previous game, I think we could even, like, cancel arts of the final boss. Like, even the final boss wasn't immune to it. But in this game, everything is immune. Alright, Josette. Hi, Joshua. What's wrong, Lou? You clearly want to say something. Yes, we came to tell you. Wait, did you? Yeah, so... For real? Let's go right now then. Kyle and Don have to be there. Alright, I'll take it with me. With us. By the way, I like Chloe's new look as a whole. And Chloe's new look, and that she is now Claudia von Auslese instead of Chloe. Do you have Orbments? Where did you get a Sapphire gem? Oh, that's Chloe. Wait. Josette? That doesn't look very convincing. Well, you have Titanic Roar. And Phantom Pain. Is she now a permanent party member? Pretty sure the arts tell you that, right? It tells you that they are immune to it. Whenever you hit an enemy with or a boss with impede, it tells you that it's immune. Oh, we can view more crystals. Let's do it. About the Aureole seal, 1 out of 4. When we were closing in on completing the underground facility, unbeknownst to us, our seal plan was discovered by the Aureole. One of our comrades fell victim to the sweet seduction of the Aureole's euphoric simulations, and he was lost to us. However, the silver lining in this disaster was that this comrade was not aware of the full scale of the plan. With the information it gleaned from his mind, the Aureole focused entirely on the underground facility by the lakeside, and it paid no attention to Annenberg or the device towers. Interesting. The Aureole, having learned of a plan, took to force. The Aureole manifested reveries as its defenders and set them upon us in the facility. However, we were saved by our decision to build the facility underground. Just one single channel connected the facility to the surface. The reveries' attacks could not reach down 500 arch beneath the surface. The attacks by the reveries went on and on, day and night without pause. Eventually, our defensive line began to reach its limits. While under attack by the reveries, we were able to finish the facility, but it took time to secure the necessary energy. During the process, it seems we got careless, and a single reverie broke into the facility proper. Once inside, stopping it was difficult. The reverie reached the deepest sections in an instant. We were just a hair's breadth from total disaster when the full power for sealing operation was finally gathered. Just as the reverie set upon us, we activated the first barrier. The light fired from the facility reflected off the inner wall of the Annenberg, caught the Aureole floating in the sky. In that moment, the Aureole disappeared from us, and the reverie stopped entirely. Through this, we knew that the first barrier was successful. The Aureole is of the Septarians, the treasure governing the power of space. What was needed to nullify the Aureole, which held absolute dominion over space itself, was to utterly sever its connection to space, and indeed even to time itself. The seal mechanism, born of our hard work, had sent the Aureole along with the entire city into another dimension, and successfully temporarily froze it. Yup, that is also my favorite. The bandit lass, it's been some time, ever since we met beneath Leysen Fortress, I believe. Oh, let me indulge a little. More to the point, I understand your vessels crashed here as well. But yeah, reading all that is pretty cool, I have to say. Makes it all worth it, you know? Can I not go out that direction anymore? Hey, Kevin. Josette, right? I'm Kevin Graham, priest of the Septian Church. I've always got time for cute girls, so nice to meet ya. Yeah, nice to meet you too. But are you really a priest? You bet I am. 100% pure holy man right here. Hey, what's with the blatant look of disbelief? God damn it, Kevin. How do we leave again? Oh, over here. Right. Apparently we're all going to carry this massive piece of scrap. I'm not sure why, but even my presence has been requested. And this is apropos of nothing, but do you need my help with the explorations? If you do, then Olivia Lenheim is yours. You need merely say the word. Please say the word. Take me away from you, please. God damn it, Olivier. Olivier and manual labor. Alright, Josette. Let's storm the Glorious. It's a lot of transitions too here. We're just heading to a certain pass and you're heading back to the Glorious. But yeah, reading about the Oriel sealing plan is like crazy cool. And about the ancient Simurians. It's crazy for me to think about that they all lived in the city. And as I was saying, the world below was completely untouched by them. Right? Like, the world was completely untouched by humanity. Once we go in, we won't be able to disengage until we rescue the Capulas. Are you sure you're ready to break into the Glorious? Let's go for it. Okay, let's go. Capua, make sure you to keep up, okay? It's my line, Airhead. What? Enemy attack? It's the bracers. Wasn't your ship done for repairs? How did you get here? They're called legs. You might have heard of them. Give me back my brothers. Chloe. Chloe, what do we do with you? Shadow Spear? Titanic Roar should be enough. And I mean Abyss Fall is also enough. I think I should have healed up a bit. Just, you know. Let's go, Estelle. Shadow Spear. This one. Okay, Chloe. There we go. I don't want to use too many EP. And Shadow Spear is probably a strong move. For whatever reason. It's at least the one I use consistently the most. By the way, I gave Estelle a gladiator headband, and it was a pretty good decision to do so. Just her S-craft always going up. It's pretty good.
Well, that takes care of that.
One group down. Alright, we'll break into the ship here. Josette, stay close. Right. Should just be full of Jaegers. You know? This is the interior of the Glorious? It's massive. It's hard to believe we're inside a ship. It really is kind of stupidly huge, isn't it? And Ouroboros probably has combat archaisms all over the place. You guys escaped from the ship before, right? Any idea where Kyle and Dawn might be? Actually, maybe. There is that room I was kept locked up in. Sort of a weird prison, though. That's because it was technically a guest room. I'd bet the Kapuras are being kept in the brig. The brig? So they do have an actual prison. I don't remember seeing it when we escaped before. They had the electromagnetic barriers raised to try and stop our escape, remember? Prevented us from going everywhere on the ship. The barriers aren't up at the moment. This is probably the best chance we have at saving the Kapuras. So do you know where the cells are? As I remember, there's a small staircase to the lower decks down this passage. The brig should be down there. Staircase to the brig, let's check it out. Alright. But what is this pathway? Aw, Estelle! I wanna explore! Okay. Oh, come on. I want to use a lot more of my S-crafts. In combat. Oh my god, this section again. Oh. We already went through this. So... where are we headed? Is this the right way? This is to the hangar. We don't need to get to the hangar. Absolutely not. I thought the game would have stopped me. Tear bomb. You begin to suspect that this treasure chest is a portal to the meat dimension. Orbments. Keeping your breath fresh longer. God damn it. 7-star sword. Was returning here another bright idea? God damn it. That one is better for Chloe. You flip open the lid knowing full well you won't find enemies. Still somewhat disappointed by the results. Turning to a chest you just looted is kind of like a dumpster diving, you know? You might look at this chest and think it's empty, but it's just negative thinking. Others see this baby and marvel at the amazing air inside. Oh my god, more treasure? Revolta. Not exactly shy, are you? It's from a pact. Infinite treasure in exchange for your life. God damn it. Alright. That is Josette down.
We're good to go.
I don't really like having to pick her up, but... I mean, we have our healing here for some reason. You know? So it makes sense. Just use it. This thing's going to explode, right? Good that no one was around. Alright. I mean, we can just spam Shadow Spear and be done with it. Also, these Action 4 quartz are super useful. You know? Just makes it so we're like moving way more often. Grail Locket. We found a fine layer of dust. What does the Grail Locket do? I should probably know this. Prevents all abnormal status. Yup. I'll take that on Estelle. I have one more gladiator headband. I could give this to Joshua or something. Grail Locket. Super useful. Super useful. What does Joshua have? Joshua is also going to get the gladiator headband. So both can have like... the S-crafts up at all times. You know? Shadow Spear. All right. Come on. Just go down. These enemies are tanky. Chloe. Although Josette could actually make herself useful. No, she can't. Okay. Chloe. Oh, fuck off. There we go. Is the thing actually in this place? Or do we have to go down to the hangar? Just wait a second. Oh. No, it's over there. It's here. Guys. What in? Josette and... Miss Josette? How did you get in here? Oh, thank Ideas. Thank Ideas everyone's safe. Okay, just stay still. We're here to rescue you. We'll get you out. Rescue us? Estelle, what in the hell is this? And what are you even doing here? How do you get up in the city? Well, briefly... Ah, I get it. You came here chasing the society again. Oh, the hey Josette, you realize we put ourselves on the line so you could get away, right? So why are you... Are you completely dense? Maybe I was safe, but I was all alone. I thought you all were... I thought it would have been better if we all met Ideas together. Yeah, but what if I don't want my little sister to meet the goddess just yet? Worry about yourself for once in your life, damn it. But I am worrying about myself. Why do you think you have nothing to do with me? What do you think would happen to me if you... Oh, wow, I never realized how close they are. Makes you a little jealous, doesn't it? Come on, you two. This might be the single worst place to have a fight right now. Still acting like kids. After all this time, I swear. Dawn. But... Look, Kyle, she's here and we can't change that. Let's make the most of it and try to escape. Solid, you have an idea on that front, I hope. Sort of. The main issue is this energy barrier. Its controls are, as near as I can tell, completely locked. There's no way we'll have time to work our way around the security program. I thought so, but is there any way to force it? Maybe use a bomb to blow off the energy border thingies or something. No, the barrier itself would be unaffected by conventional explosives. And anything powerful enough to damage the bulkhead would put the prisoners in danger. The only option I can see at this point is to find an up-to-date security card. A what now? We can use that to get rid of the barrier, right? Yes, there's that small card we put in the terminal here. If we can find one, we should be able to deactivate the barrier. They've all but certainly changed the cards since the last security breach, so the one I took before is no good. We'll need a new one. Okay then. Any idea where they keep these cards? Second floor in the forecastle. The security dispensary is in the same area where you were being held. I get it, the really high security block. We should move swiftly so we are not detected. Kyle, Don, guys, we'll find a card thing. Just hold on. We'll be right back once we get it. Fine, it's not like you'd listen if I said so anyway. Lad, and the rest of you, make sure your little sister doesn't fly too far off the handle, alright? You can count on us. Don't worry, I've got a tight grip on her leash. Oh my... Pff. Big words from someone who's way more reckless than I'd ever be. Can't tie an actual leash around you, you know? Please, Truce, remember? Come on, we need to return to the entrance. We need to use the elevator on the opposite side to reach the second floor of the forecastle. Okay. Come on. Alright. Back to the entrance. Ugh. Should be easy enough. Oh. Let's rest for a bit. Not sure how much we're going to do still today. I need to get off rather early. I'm going to read them, but they haven't been really that great. Dark Messiah. You find only bleak empty void. What is that? Dark Messiah. An ancient black coat infused with powerful magic. Alright, Joshua. I highly doubt there's anything that we couldn't handle in the end game. I really hope so. There's not another Ren fight that just keeps kicking us in the balls. God damn it, chess guy. At least hopefully. You know. I have to save real quick because we haven't saved in a while. I mean, let's just move all out, I guess. I didn't want to use S-Craft. The fact that you can't back out of using an S-Craft again is a little bit much. Alright. Let's at least get one of them. Which is the one we heard with Estelle, this one over there. We can always move out of the way. It's not that difficult. Alright. Chloe. Doesn't make sense to use an art here. Oh god, I missed it. God damn it, I missed the crit. Okay. Let's move a little bit away with Estelle. Because this guy is definitely going to explode soon, I swear. Okay, around these two. They can do that? They can disengage? Alright. First one down. Let's just spam Shadow Spear until they're done. And move out of the way, if we can. Speed this up. There we go. Relatively easy. And I think that's kind of the problem when the bosses become like big beat sticks. Or everything is just a big beat stick. And that you just need to beat into the ground every time. It becomes very repetitive. Because there's literally no strategy that I'm using right now. Like the biggest strategy that I did use was at the beginning when there was 3 of them. And I was literally just targeting one of them until it died and using my S-craft, you know? That was it. I think as much as I like the battle system, I don't fully enjoy how it was handled. You know? Here. I mean, I also have to say this is like a old game, like pre-2010s old, so, you know, This is roughly the area where the keep current security card should be around here somewhere. And what are we waiting for? Let's look. Yes, we know. Calm down. Probably best to check each room one by one. Come on. Do I need to check the rooms thoroughly? Probably not, right? Received security card. Hey, that must be. So that's the security card you were talking about. How neat. Yes, no doubt. If we insert this into the terminal next to the cell, the computer will think we're a guard and you can lower the barrier. Awesome. Thank you, goddess. We can. Yes, let's hurry back to the cell. Oh, hello, droid. At least we're getting a little bit of a restock on our items. Because we were running pretty low on it. You know? Oh god. I forgot that we walked through a hallway like this. Please, not another boss. Alright. So yeah, this is where I'm going to stop for today. I don't know if we'll finish this game on January 1st. If we'll be able to finish it. Let me tell you if we'll be able to finish it. On January 1st, so I'm taking a break tomorrow, obviously. On January 1st, I have a lot of time to do basically nothing. So I'm going to start early morning. Probably around 8 to 10 a.m. Very, very early. We're going to start playing Metroid Prime 4. At the ending of Metroid Prime 4. And afterwards, when we're finished, Metroid Prime 4, I don't know how long the game is going to be still. Like, maybe we can finish it in 2 hours. I don't know. If we finish it in 2 to 3 hours, you know, then it's finished. And afterwards, I'm going to take a break after Metroid Prime, and probably a 1 hour break or something. And afterwards we're going to play Trails in the Sky 2nd chapter. We're going to try to finish both games. But I don't know how long this game still is. I have a feeling the Oriole is not going to be that much longer. Obviously we're in the Glorious right now, but it feels like this is the 3rd section of this city, you know, like the 3rd section out of 4. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see. We will see once we get out of this. And yeah, that's going to be it for today. So I'll see you on the 1st of January in the next year. So already Happy New Year for everyone. I'll see all of you then, and if you want, please leave me a like and subscribe, obviously, because it helps out my channel a lot, and I would like to see my subscribe count go up next year by a lot. I hope next year is going to be a breakthrough, a big break, you know. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time. Trilightning out.